It seems to me that the more accessible knowledge becomes, the less tolerant we are of not knowing. And this is like anything in life. The easier life becomes, the less tolerant we are of difficulties and trials. But I think the insatiable need to know and to have certainty is just as toxic and diluted and corrosive as the need for perfection or the need for constant happiness. None of these things are attainable. And so these pursuits just become this endless chasing after wind, never to catch the thing we're looking for. And I'm wondering if we're just missing the point. Maybe uncertainty has some value, and mystery should be embraced. At its core, mystery is really just the gap between the known, right? It's the space between the things we've accounted for and the things we understand. And that space, which we sometimes perceive as boredom or loneliness or angst, is essential to adventure, imagination, and creativity. Is actually where our most authentic thoughts and feelings can come to the fore, because they aren't burdened or constrained by the demands of work or numbed by the distractions of constant entertainment. In this sense, mystery is the grounds for creativity and authenticity, and the canvas upon which our imagination can craft its masterpiece. One of my favorite quotes on this topic is by a philosopher by the name of G.K. Chesterton in a book called Orthodoxy, where he says, "The poet only asks to get his head into the heavens. It is the logician who seeks to get the heavens into his head, and it is his head that splits. The poet tries to put into words what he feels about the infinite, while the logician tries to make the infinite comprehensible in finite terms, and he breaks under the strain. The one surrenders to mystery, the other tries to master it." He goes on to explain that the real lunatic in this situation isn't the poet, it's the logician. And this is a controversial statement to make, because historically it was the artists and poets and dreamers and creatives who were known to be the crazy ones. But he's arguing here that the intellectuals and the thinkers are the crazy ones for thinking they can understand and comprehend all of reality. They start to view intellect as a god, the human mind as a perfect machine, and logic as the only reliable mechanism in attaining truth, all of which creates an overvaluing of thinking and intellect, an undervaluing of feeling and intuition, and an allergy to uncertainty. They are the ones who drive themselves crazy because they require something they will never get. So maybe you don't have to understand life to enjoy it. As Soren Kierkegaard once said, "Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced."